This is CC. Welcome to the Orbit. It is Thursday, February 29th. We are about a half an hour into the trading day. We've got stocks higher. We're looking at SPX up about 0.5%. That is on the heels of a PCE number before the open inflation number, and it came in about as expected, which allowed stocks to breathe a little bit. We were back right near that 5,100 level. Of course, inflation and what the Fed does next and when they lower and if they lower in the next 3 to 6 months and how much by end of year is obviously the hot topic of discussion. If the inflation data this morning was perhaps what we had been seeing in January is just a temporary blip, and that is what traders and investors are going to be looking at over the next couple of weeks as we get more inflation data in. So to the trades. What we've got is up about 0.5%. That is essentially what options were pricing coming into the day. For the rest of the day, we've got about a 0.4% expected move. Of course, we are up near that big round number of 5,100. And if we go back just to last week, we see we topped out somewhere around 5,110. So that's a good level on the upside to keep in mind is obviously you've got 5,100. We're right next to that now at 5,094. And as you can see, the expected move into the end of the day right now is 51.12, 51.13. So perhaps if you are a premium seller, that is a level to keep in mind. Maybe the short strike up above 51.15 or even 51.20 to give yourself that little bit of room. The market could very well test that 51.10 level within the day. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Now to the downside, we've got the expected move about 50.75. The lows yesterday, what took us down to about 50.60. So that's sort of an idea on the downside to keep in mind. So let's just look at, for instance, an iron condor right now. And we've got the 51.10 and the 50.75. If we said, all right, we want a little bit more room up to the upside, as high as the 51.20 level. You can see right there, we've given ourselves a little bit more room on the upside. We're looking at about risking 350 on this 5-wide condor. If we did the same thing on the downside and we sort of took this 50.65 strike, you can see about 150. And of course, if you took the entire thing a little bit wider, and maybe looked at the 50.60 on the downside as the short strike, the 51.15 to the upside, that gets you around that risking 4 to make one number, and you're more about the 15 delta level rather than the 20 delta level on your short strikes.